Welcome back to the channel. This is your host, table4ONE, with another playing and talking about Elden Ring. If you haven't yet seen, I now have over 20 videos up on my channel for a helping hand in Elden Ring. Just various topics covering the first few opening hours here in the world of Elden Ring. A tutorial for those who are looking for helps and tips. So please feel free to go and check those out if you haven't yet done so. But today we're going to be doing some free roaming and some farming as we make our way through Limgrave here all the way up to Stormveil Castle. So this is Penn's Mark. This is the Vagabond build that I've been working on in my videos for a helping hand in Elden Ring. I've been primarily focusing on vigor, endurance, strength, and dexterity, which are all in the 20s now. So now I'm focusing on getting all those categories up by 10 into the 30s as I progress through Stormveil Castle. So as we get started here, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you enjoy this video, please consider giving it a like. I do drop weekly here at table4ONE Gaming, Monday through Friday. Okay, so let this begin. I roughly mapped this out starting off here, kind of more as a tutorial for those who are just starting their journey off in Elden Ring. I'm sure a majority of you watching this will probably have completed this game multiple times since then, but just in case for those who haven't. But more or less, this is the path that you will be starting off on your first time entering into the world of Elden Ring. Obviously, there's a whole opening segment to this game that I'm not covering here. But for this purpose, I'm just running back through this area because this opening area all the way to the Gatefront Ruins, because this whole opening up area is just a nice, quick, fast, easy way to run it through multiple times and collect the XP that you need, especially early on when ruins are relatively on the cheaper side. Of course, as we start progressing our build, it'll start costing more and more XP. And if you've seen any of the helping hands in Elden Ring, you've seen me utilize the Gatefront Ruin tactic probably more times than you wish to see. So I will skip that area in this, and then we'll just keep on heading straight up that path, like I said, getting towards Stormveil Castle. Grab these guys over here real fast. This cave up to the right there, there's a grace inside there. And then also covered on my video, you can do that cave. That cave will of course lead you to a mini boss. A werewolf is what I call them. So we're gonna head back to the Church of El real quick. Go talk to Santa real fast.
Weren't you? Well, you're back. Care to buy something? Goodbye for now.
Alright, I didn't have stuff to sell like I thought I would. Alright, so you can see I'm significantly still in need of some XP. So we're going to actually go straight towards the coastline here, wrap around this bend, because there's a easy 1,000 XP waiting for us down here. Now, of course, I say easy because I'm using, of course, the Bloodhound Fang sword, and like I said, my stats I have all built up 20 plus, and of course I'm going to utilize my steed Torrent here and just hug those ankles. I just like to wrap around and just keep on swiping. And of course, obviously you're going to want to pay attention to his movements. But if you're just starting off on the game, then obviously if you don't even have Torrent yet, like this guy could be a day ruiner real fast, especially when he pulls out his sword here. But just with getting in that rhythm of circling around him, a little patience, and then voila. Now, of course, like I said, that's an easy 1,000 right there, so we could reset and keep going back down. But I'm sure that wouldn't be that exciting as a video, so we'll head back, connect back to the path. Of course, if you are just starting off, the Church of Elder, Santa is the first merchant that you're going to meet, so you're going to talk to him a couple different times. We move back through here again. Of course, all of our friends are back. Probably just be quicker this time to stay mounted. Now, I do collect everything that a soldier or enemy may drop. Now, obviously, sometimes, you definitely want it. But for the majority, while you're farming, it's usually going to be bolts or arrows or armor pieces or swords or shields. And even though it may not be class specific to myself, I still collect it all because I just turn around and sell it all and help take off some of that farming load for me. All right, we got one more over here. Of course, as you, if you've been watching me for a while with my Far Cry 6 gameplay and stuff, I am a collector. I can't help it. No matter how many times I reset this and I run back through the area. Ooh, bats. All right, well, since we're farming, we're going to take the opportunity here. So let's take care of these bats real quick. In regards to the hard lock, I don't think it really matters whether you play with it on or off. I think that's just a personal preference. I've seen some friendly discussions online about that. As you notice, I tend to keep my hard lock on more times than not. And even so, sometimes even with the hard lock on, you still miss in certain circumstances. But yeah, that's my take on that. Let's draw Mr. Big Boy, who will be another 1,000. Nice thing about these guys is, yeah, they pack a hell of a punch if they can connect with you, especially if your stats aren't spec'd out yet. But they're so awkward and slow and top heavy that you just get them into that rhythm of circling around them and just eating away at their ankles. And oh, okay, hang on. Try avoid death here. Nice thing about running this path as well, all the enemies that we're encountering, as you can see with the ruins down below, it's just racking them up. As long as we stay cool here. There we go. Alright, we're going to have a few more guys up here. It's interesting how quick you become accustomed to this path. It's the first time you come through and that big ass guy jumps down on you. Oh, all right. Look at that. Alright, we're definitely going to be coming back for our ruins. It starts all the way back at the Church of El. Alright, let's take the opportunity to collect some more ruins here real quick. If I can get them. There we go. Alright, let's be somewhat cautious here. I really don't want to lose all of that. If you're curious about the sword, the Bloodhound Fang, I do have a video up for it. It is connected to the Mistwood Ruins, which Santa back there at the Church of El, you're going to be speaking to him after you visit that ruins the first time after you hear the hollering. I actually did it half-assed backwards. I actually encountered the quest that the enemy that you have to defeat to get the sword, but then I still went back afterwards and did the quest proper. All right. Anyways, all documented in that series. If you start watching those videos and you're curious why they're non-commentary, I just felt it was more clean and efficient just to put up basically how-tos. And then for videos like this, where I wanted to actually talk and engage with an audience as I played it, then this format. Because some people like videos without commentary, some people like videos with commentary, so I'm trying to cover both basics. But let me know in the comments below which you prefer. Let's double back and get the big boy again. Of course, my recommendation, bait them out. Just stay a little bit close to the entrance here, because if you go a little bit too further down, you're going to be going to the gate front ruins there, and all those guys will start ganging up on you. All right, take two. See if we can't get all these guys this time. The reach on this sword is very nice, especially for crowd control. Let's get rid of these crossbowers. They are starting to become a pain. Got a little fight left in him. All right. Of course, these are the guys that... It's always the most, I don't know, overconfident, low henchman level. You get too cocky with yourself, and then of course you die. So this time, let's respect the situation and of course, if you see that with like the enemy wants to engage with you, let them make the first move. Especially if they're toting a heavy weapon. All right, here we go. Second time's a charm. There we go. Oh, we get double prizes. Now, I do actually have a crossbow equipped on my build here. So as far as the bolts go, I don't sell those. I don't use the crossbow often. I think I do feature it a few times in my Helping Hand series. And I also have a spear equipped as well. Now, I haven't been over here since I dropped Sleeping Beauty over here. I don't know his official name. I don't think he respawns. No, okay. And not that you would particularly be heading straight in this direction if you were following that path, if you're a first timer, but I'm just curious. Free roaming. But we have a bunch of slumbering bats. I know, I guess it depends on what class you picked at the start of your game. I know these bats can seem daunting, especially the first nightfall and if you're dealing with them. But once you actually start getting your character spec'd out and decent weapons and armor, and they just flap. They do their little Pokemon wind tunnel shout. And see here, I'm just dealing with just one hit, and they drop. But you know what? Since we're over here, on my initial run, I did not grab a few items. So I guess here's some bonus for you. Bonus if you don't know. We're going to get our Starlight Shard. And then remount and go visit the jellyfish. The white-tailed deer in this game always catch me off guard with how damn small they represented them in this fictional world. Alright. Basically, you want to avoid the jellyfish. Obviously, the red ones are going to be aggressive. The blue will become aggressive too if you start engaging with them. But I really don't want to battle them right now. There's somewhere around here. There's going to be an area where there's a couple red ones already. Ah. Bingo. Okay, so they might get me, who knows, but let's... Okay, magic grease. Alright, and we picked up a little poisoning from the jellyfish, but that's fine. We'll let that run out. Now this is actually going to regroup back to that path that we were on at the bend there, that curve. Now I skipped the wolves here, so there's going to be the wind tunnel and the howl, and then the wolves will fall. Yet again, depending on your build and where your stats set, these whoops are all just a one hitter. So like I always view it, free XP. Just take it. First time you're going to come to the shack, you're going to meet the heartbroken maiden. We're going to skip the shack though real quick. Let's these guys are always on an endless journey leading back up to the entrance of the castle. Another once you learn these guys' routine, it's actually rather easy as well. Uh, Usually the two knights, one will primarily focus on the crossbow, and the other one will come in with the sword. Sometimes they both will do the crossbow, it just depends. And then up here is where you're going to lead up to, and that's if you were going straight to the opening boss, which I would not recommend, obviously, until... Oh. Let's, now these guys are all hidden in this little wooded area. It's all going to be about crowd control. I was also a little sloppy on my entrance and alerted them all at once like a fool, but you see, as long as I can get a good couple swings in, I'm dropping these guys rather easily. Now it's going to be the spear guys. Those are the guys that you're going to have to either carry with your shield, or you're going to have to let them throw that spear outwards, so then you can dodge to the left or right and get in an open strike. Unless if it's like a side boss or a main boss, these guys with the heavy warhammers or like the long swords, I mean, yeah, I guess that could be an issue the first time you encounter them at a lower level, but like, just let them throw it. Their weapon will hit the ground, and then they have that millisecond or so where they have to re-lift that weapon back off the ground, and that's your opening. Just like that. And they usually, depending on the enemy, they usually don't have enough recovery time then at that point. Alright, this guy's really starting to annoy me, so let's deal with him. Our favorite shield guy with the spear. Even at my current level of Pensmark here, these shield guys, especially if you get 2 or 3 of them in a crowd, like, they can overturn you really quickly. So you always want to be very strategic when dealing with the shields and spear knights. Of course, there's one lonely asshole that shoots this big ass explosive arrow, which more than likely kills you with one hit. Oh, look at this guy. The whole war party joined in except for him. I don't get paid enough. Alright. I was going to double back to the shack, but there is a grace up here, so we'll just do the tunnel. Of course, this tunnel, you'll discover it on this journey. Take the same path like I'm doing, and then you will discover this grace. That's the grace in question, and then, of course, this will lap around, and this is where you'll encounter that first boss fight with... I always want to call Margaret the fallen omen, but the fell omen. This actually wraps around to my previous playing and talking about Elden Ring video when I started to explore the inner workings of this castle. Since I do want to level up again, I'm going to run this real quick. Let's get the lantern out. Again, questions about the lantern. I got a video covering it. Basically, you have to buy it. It's 1,800 runes, but that location, I do have a video for you. Alright, let's go play with the birds again. So the rune's right here. So where is... oh, there he is. And there should be just enough birds, hopefully, to put another point in my strength category. As long as these birds don't catch you off guard and you know the rhythm of them, I don't feel like they're that hard to deal with. I know up here there's like three or four that come at you. Any enemy though that has multiples of that type size group can overwhelm you if you're not paying attention. So like that right there. Very nice. And of course this path will wrap back around if you haven't taken this way yet. Back to that ruin. Of course this has already been discovered, because like I said, I covered this in my previous video. Alright, all that to level up 1 point. And put that in the strength. Bring it up to 24. Alright, well, I think that was eventful. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give the video a like. If you like this concept, please let me know. I'll keep doing these playing and talking about Elden Ring. I love making all this content for Elden Ring. I'm having a great time with the title. So yeah, until next time, this has been your host, Table4ONE, and I'll see you guys later.